Hello everybody, welcome to another Raid Shadow Legends video. Day 4 of the Doom Tower is here, guys, and I think we're all in for a kind of an awkward surprise, to say like this. We have a Sorath The Frost Spider, and it feels kind of weak, honestly. Like, I don't know your own opinion, what sort of teams you've tried, but the boss itself feels pretty weak. I've seen all sort of uncommon teams taking over the boss, wrecking it. Of course, not in fast times, but the idea is that if you're able on hard mode to destroy the boss only with uncommon teams, something I think is a bit wrong there. We all wanted to have a bit of a challenge, to be hard. So yeah, I think the boss needs a bit of an upgrade, to say like this. Maybe some of you guys will disagree with me, but let's have a quick look at the boss's skills. Then we're going to talk a bit about the secret room that we have on this floor, and we're going to talk about some strategies for the spider, rather than just cheese it and just go full ham on it and wait for it to die. So the A1 on the boss attacks all enemies, places a 50% decrease accuracy debuff for 2 turns. So far this boss can be resisted as well, so if you want to go higher resistance is fine. Block debuffs as well, it can be pretty good. Then we have his A2, attacks all enemies, places a block, buff, debuff and a heal reduction debuff for 2 turns on enemies under freeze debuff. Places a 30% decrease speed debuff and a 50% decrease attack debuff for 2 turns on enemies that have no freeze debuffs. His A3, absolute 0, removes all buffs from enemies, then attacks them. So you kind of want to roll in with some resistance later on. I think at this stage it's really not needed. This stage 40, it felt super easy, so I don't have high resistance on my champions. I have my Great Hall maxed on resistance, of course, plus I might have a few here and there, but I don't have more than 120, 130 maximum on them. So where were we left with the skills? Yes, so removes all the buffs from the enemies, then attacks them. Has a 100% chance of placing a freeze debuff for 1 turn. The chance decreases to 50% if Sorath is under a HP burn debuff. Now, this boss is really mandatory with him to have a HP burn in the team. There are a lot of champions that do HP burn. We have epics, we have rares, we have legendaries, a lot of them that do HP burn, and they have pretty good utility overall in the game. Then Frozen Limb, when attacked, has a 20% chance of placing a freeze debuff on attacker for 1 turn. Increases Sorath's defense and resistance if Sorath is not under a HP burn debuff. Again, it does something if you don't have HP burn on the boss. Purged by Flame, revives Sorath the Frost Spider with 50% HP and a full turn meter, and all skill cooldown reset if Sorath is killed while not under a HP burn debuff. So that's why you really need to have that HP burn. If you're gonna kill it without HP burn, it's gonna revive. 50% HP is quite a bit of amount to actually start to take down again. Then it does have 2 spiderlings as well, guys. Sorath can have a maximum of 2 spiderlings in battles at any time. Sorath spiderlings removes all debuffs from Sorath, instantly transfers decreased defense debuff and weaken debuff to this spiderling if not under leech. Leech again is important if you wanna go with enemy max HP hitters and just knock the boss down instantly. I'm pretty sure we will be able to do that later on as well. Then it will convert the debuffs to weaker versions on a transfer, invincible scale passives, immune to stun, freeze, sleep, provoke, block cooldown skills, fear, true fear, and also immune to HP exchange effects, HP balancing effects, and cooldown increasing effects. So he's kind of immune to everything, same like most of the bosses we have in the Doom Tower at the moment. So we're gonna jump in, guys. We're gonna try a couple of teams. I'm first gonna show you my cheese team, to say like this. 11 seconds farm, pretty easy if you have the champions, of course. And then I decided to take Elhain in for a spin because she's not here ice skating with the rest of the dudes. So I said I'm gonna show her some love today. So let's have a quick look at the team I'm talking about. So how you guys can see here, global ranking, still the fastest, 11 seconds. We are using Telagoremane. There are other champions for Leech as well, but she kind of has some of the fastest animations in here. So let's take her in for a spin. What sort of teams you guys used on it? I've seen so many uncommon teams, honestly, like I found it a bit ridiculous. And we got resisted. Okay, we gotta come back at it. Seems like we got resisted, unfortunately. That's fine. There we go. These chances of getting resisted, sometimes they feel like way more than 3%, guys. Like, I don't know. It's just me, but they do feel much, much slower. There we go. As easy as that, 11 seconds. Leech, we have the defense down and weaken on the boss. Septimus, Coldheart, wrecking it. Lydia, blocking, revive, and gives us the defense down and weaken, of course. Ethos, wrecking the waves. Stella, throwing that leech on it. It went down pretty easy. And I'm still missing gear on some of them because I had to put them in the right speed order to make sure they're throwing the skills the way we want. So let's take in the second team. For a spin, we're gonna use a HP burn. We're gonna use Elhain, because why not? They'll be able to cut through the boss pretty easy, honestly. Now I'm thinking instead of a ultimate Gallic here, let's put Phoenix, for example. He can block revive on the boss, so why not? Let's go all the way through it. Let's click that auto. And let's do it. I am curious to know what teams you guys used. Any of you actually struggle with this boss, either if it's hard or normal mode, do let me know. What was the reason why you struggle for? If you don't have a Cold Heart, we do have Armiger, the uncommon. He can do an amazing job as well. He blocks revive, enemy max HP, decrease turn meter. So if you don't have a Cold Heart, you don't have a Royal Guard, make sure you get your Armiger up and running. Probably even if you have a Royal Guard and even if you have a Cold Heart, but you do want to have that block revive on and you don't want to go with HP burn, but then you still kind of need to have good resistance on your team, get Armiger up and running. It's gonna help you quite a bit, trust me on that. There we go. So far so good. We just gotta make sure we're landing that HP burn at the right moment. So we got that HP burn, the boss instant got a turn. Spiderlings removed it. Okay. We got that again. I think it's gonna get removed another time now. Once it gets that turn, the Spiderling. Yep. So now we just gotta hope that is gonna land the HP burn when needed again, so we're not gonna go over and over again. Or maybe Phoenix is gonna block the revive. That could be a good clutch, right? Because it is getting annoying if the HP burn gets removed non-stop. That's why you do want to have somebody that has lower cooldowns, preferably more chances to land that HP burn. I think Ultimate Gallic, it might be one of the best here because he's landing it on a pretty good cooldown on the skills. We do have Dragstar, which is amazing as well for it. But I'm not saying like Ignatius that good because that's on a 5-turn cooldown. Then a Tyrant, he can be good as well. That's 3-turn cooldown if I remember it right. But you gotta time it pretty right at the end there. So there it is, guys. 1 minute 57. Epics, rares, nothing crazy on the gear. Trust me when I'm telling you that. Like, I'm gonna show you my ultimate Garlic right here. They are pretty slow. I mean, Gorgorap is decent because I am using him in arena, but that's my ultimate Gallic. Nothing crazy on him, low HP on everybody pretty much. So this boss was pretty easy, honestly. Now, let's talk about this. I'm not prepared for it. Are you guys prepared for it? What champions you have at 60? I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys might have Jarek. I don't. I never really had the need of using him anywhere. So I have at 60 Broadma. Definitely, if you don't have a Broadma, I do have a guide on him as well. He's a pretty badass champion. A lot of people, they underestimate him, but he is pretty good. If you don't have a Messelia Mage, you can use him with your Seer, for example. Take that from here. Then, Jarek. Ally protection, attack down, defense up. Great, you need him. Now, we need a bit of damage. Who else can do some damage in here for us? We have Basilisk, AoE, stun set. Whenever the waves they're gonna become harder, you can bring him in on a stun set. Keep on stunning the enemy team. He's reviving as well if he gets killed, so if you're building him a bit more squishy, it's not a huge problem. You might even run 2 of them. You can bring a Jizo in as well. He's not totally trash, but then you can put maybe like land a counter attack on Basilisk. Him on a stun set will keep on counter attacking, land more stuns. That can be a nice threat. But the 5th one for damage, honestly, I don't really know what to tell you. G rank is decent, don't get me wrong, but his kit is just not bringing anything too crazy. We do have that defense down here, but rather than that, I don't feel like it's that needed at the moment, especially that is not full AoE. You might want to run double Jarek for more survivability. They can do fairly decent amount of damage. I am kind of disappointed that they picked this faction for epics. I missed it on the paper when I'm on the spreadsheet when I've checked all the info of the Doom Tower. For some reason, I missed the full epic team of Lizardman. Everybody was worried before about the Undead, or what we had. I think we had Undead. We have so many epic champions there. You don't really have to be worried there. But here is kind of awkward because we barely have any, man. Like, there are what, 5-6 epics in total? So, not too great. I am gonna skip this room for the moment because I don't have the champs leveled up. I will take them in for a spin just like this. So you guys can see that you can cheese it like this. You actually do have to level up your champions. The enemy team is actually fairly strong, to say like this. I'm gonna wait for a champion training event. 6-star Jarek, 6-star Basilisk, and I'm gonna try with 2 others at 50, and hopefully I will manage to do it. I probably will keep Jizo at 50. He's pretty tanky, so that should help. If as my 5th option, I might take another Jarek at 50 only. He's a tanky champion as well, so slowly but surely we might be doing the room, you know. But rather than that, I'm not gonna worry with it just yet. I will wait and do it in the next 1 week or something like this. No big rush with it. I'm only getting an extra key. I will be getting the fragments from it because I will be going to finish it. I haven't even checked, do we have anyone who actually bothered to do it? So I do have actually quite a few guys in the clan. There we go. Jarek, Broadma, and the rest they went at 50 actually. So seems like they've been able to do it with the level 50s. Doomin did it with 4 champs. And what do we have in global? Let's see. Oh, for 60s, 150. Okay, so seems like they're putting out the damage for him enough. 3 minutes with this team is not bad. So I think three are more than enough. But Basilisk definitely 6-star him. He's gonna bring you a lot of damage, especially if this secret room. Because from what I understood, all the stages, all the rooms, all the waves, they will rotate every reset of the tower, guys. So this might be ending up at being at I don't know, between stage 100 and 110 or something like that. So then the waves, they're gonna be much stronger. But that was it for this video, guys. Let me know your thoughts of Sorath the Frost Spider. It does sound pretty scary, but it's honestly not. Let me know how you're enjoying the Doom Tower so far, and if you're new here, don't forget to sub, drop a like. Like this, you see when we upload next. Appreciate you all guys watching, and I'll see you all soon on another video. Till then, peace out.